that garish splash of colour means only one thing. We're doing the Super 20p Arcade Challenge. And we've played this before, haven't we, on the old RetroTech 100 20p challenge. It was bound to come up. It is, of course, rtype by Iron, where, you have your solo pilot taking on the entire Bido Empire, because no one could bother to turn up at work in the Space Navy or Air Force or whatever they are. Space Force, of course, Donald Trump's favourite thing. Is that still a thing? There's so many things with Donald Trump, I don't know if they still exist. Like, have they finished the wall? Or is he just not going to bother doing that now? I don't know. Someone enlighten me about the wall in Mexico. But yes, so they're not eating dogs though, apparently. Right, so R-Type. Yeah, we all know this, don't we? Surely we do. It came out on absolutely everything, didn't it? Came out on absolutely everything back in after 1987, when everyone went, "Oh, Irem, you've got a bit of a beaut of a horizontally scrolling shoot 'em up there. We would like to put that on our computer, and for once, we'd like to make a bloody good job of it." Because there was some very good home conversions of it on the micros, courtesy of Ocean. One of the most loved games on the Spectrum, from what I remember. And rightly so. And it is a really good game, this. There's no doubt about it. Even if you're not a big fan of horizontally scrolling shoot-em-ups. I'm not particularly. But I will admit this. I do like this game. I do like this game a lot. I also had a kicker of a version on the PC Engine, even though there was only half of it. They released like the first half of R-Type and then released R-Type 2, which was the second half of R-Type. Those cheeky beggars. But yes, so I've thought about what to do for General Facts of the Week. I think when I last covered this game, I did Aliens and Geiger and all that. And all his kind of metaphors for, sexual assault and like penises and all sorts of all Geiger's mixed up brain workings. I've covered that already. So what I thought I would do is I would talk about types, because types of people that people are interested in when they're looking for a romantic partner. And I've gone a bit sort of heteronormative here, unfortunately. There's only so much airtime I've got with this because I'm not very good at this game. So I've gone for kind of like what women look for in a man, and then what a man would look for in a woman. And these aren't like what you would think. These are kind of just a general consensus according to various polls I found online. I did a bit of investigating. So please don't get offended if you don't find a particular person attractive, which most people do. I don't know. So yes, women, their most preferred type of man, and these are American women, aged between 18 and 39. When ranked on muscularity, with the ranking being skinny, athletic, strong or very strong, 0% liked a skinny man, 51% liked athletic, 43% liked a strong man, and very strong only had 6. So if you're a muscle Mary in the gym and you're staring at yourself, please be aware that you're not as attractive as you probably think, and you're probably putting a lot of heavy work into nothing there. So just look physically fit, and you'll be fine. And that brings us to the weight. So 0% obese people, overweight people, healthy people, and lean people. 0% like the obese, 3% liked an overweight man, 58% liked healthy men, and 39% liked a lean man. So if you're in your 40s, you're probably not going to be the latter two, unfortunately. According to Cosmetic World, more women prefer brown hair on a man, with a percentage of 38% preferring it to ginger, blonde, bald or other presumably being, if you dye your hair all funny colours, I'm guessing. 38% of women also prefer a clean-shaven man, as opposed to a 30.5% liking stubble, or 30.5%, same amount, wanting a big old shaggy beard. So yeah, apparently, yeah, clean shaven is back in, because for a long time, like, the beard was super popular, wasn't it? I also found a poll on Reddit which said that men and women had a different kind of sort of age preference according to what age that person was. So men are real villains, because whereas women fancy men of an age similar to themselves, with a sort of a preference lean to roughly 5 years younger than themselves, men from the age of 20 to 50 always seem to prefer women in their early 20s as a general rule. I'm not saying that about you, but there's statistics there that back up that assumption. You're not. I'm not calling anyone that's watching this a creep. You may like that though. Yeah, it's up. People's preferences are their preferences, aren't they? As long as you're not doing any harm. And then I suppose we better look at it from the other point of view, which is, of course, the same questions we asked of the women. We'll have a look at the men. So men are more likely to prefer an athletic woman to either an average, a skinny, or a plus-size woman. Again, them's the facts, I'm afraid. 25% like blondes. 25% like blondes. 16% like brunettes. 15% went for the redheads, and 29% said no preference at all. I couldn't find a stat for beard growth. I'm going to go out on a limb and say most guys like their lady friends clean shaven. Yes, and that's the end of your genital facts. Not a particularly exciting one this week, and I got a load of bits wrong when I was talking about it. But it's hard to do genital facts about animals when there's no animals in this game. So you'll have to take what you're given. You'll have to eat it down with a rusk if you want, or I don't know, crisp bread. Does anyone still eat crisp bread? I like crisp bread. I haven't had it in ages though, even though it felt like it was like you're eating plastic. First credit down though. That's a shame, isn't it? Everyone must be upset with seeing me fail there. I've already had a message just come through from Anthony saying he's got a lot further than I have. So, bum. I've slipped further down the table, because that's how this new challenge works. Basically, everyone that plays will get like a denomination of 3 points, providing they've played the right ROM and haven't played a hokey ROM. If they're disqualified, they get like a 1 point as a gift, like a little carriage clock for retiring. But the winner actually gets better than a carriage clock. They get a £10 Amazonian, not woman, no, don't worry about it, trophy. It's a trophy from Amazon, I think, anyway. Christian, if you want to correct me on where you got your trophy, and indeed if it was £10, probably slightly more than that, but it's going to be given to the person who accrues the most points over a year, and basically you get like, I don't know, however many people take part, you get like denominations of 3 points. So if, say, 3 people took part, the winner would get 9 points. If like 5 people took part, the winner would get 15. The second place would get 12. You get the idea. The phallic imagery and all the weird, this heart ventricles, all of it's like horrible and biological, nightmarish. Don't like this. I like the game, but the visuals creep me out a bit, which is the idea. So you've done top work there, IREM. What have I got coming up on the channel? Well, there's an interesting question that I will now endeavour to answer. We have got Take That, Heart Face. We're Back, a game based on a animation that came out in the early 90s, same year as Jurassic Park, with Steven Spielberg as a producer, about dinosaurs. It was the other Steven Spielberg dinosaur film that came out in 1993. I think it was 93. Is that when? Yeah, I'm pretty sure 1993. Was it 92? I don't know. Whenever Jurassic Park came out, it was the other Steven Spielberg film that came out the same year that had dinosaurs in it. And not as many people watch that one. That's why it's on my flop movies part of my channel. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. That should be going up on the old Tuesday there as normal. But yeah, hope you've all had a good week. a better week than I have playing this because I'm rubbish at it. But it's also worth noting that although we are now at least a month and a bit deep into this, I think the person at the bottom of the ranking could still, climb up and make a decent fist of it several weeks from now. For a while it looked like Paul was going to run away with it, even though we're only like a month in. He was like winning every week. But I think Anthony's going to claw him back this week again, and I think it's going to be an interesting thing. And even if you're a bit late to the challenge, I think it's worth having a look, because you never know. You might, even if you're too late to join in the fun and frolics, it's worth having a look, because you get to play kind of old classics like this, or classics you never played before, or crap games. And you should always want to play crap games, because I'm the one that usually puts them on the wheel. But that's the end of my go. Thank you for putting up with me and my boring genital facts this week. But I'll see you next time. Okay, thanks, bye.